Oh, wow.
We are up and running.
Yes.
Amanda, aka Baya,
Oh.
warm welcome.
Thank you very much. I am pleased to be here.
I am pleased to have you here.
Yes. Thank you.
It's fun. I started this podcast like 4 years ago. Wait, 2023, 3 years ago. A little more than 3 years ago. Yeah, January 2023. And sometimes I invite people because I want to talk about some specific topic. Sometimes it's just, someone recommends someone. And every now and then I bump into someone where I love this person's vibe. I don't care what we talk about. I just want to have a conversation with this person. And that is the category you're in, because I saw you as an MC at breakdance and hip-hop dance battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you were amazing. You were so much fun.
Thanks.
And after the show, I'm like, I need to go talk to her.
Yeah, you came
Right
straight
away.
at me. I was like,
straight up.
who is this?
Sorry about that.
No, that was cool.
But yeah, you emceed the event, and emceeing an event in Sweden is not the easiest thing. We're not great crowds.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, no, yeah.
There are better crowds and worse crowds, but we have a tough time getting going in a group setting.
Yeah. We're talking of the Nordics, it's
yeah. You're from Finland.
Yes.
Is it the same over there?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I've been hosting events for a few years. Like I started maybe like 2020. Oh my god.
20
it's
something.
already going. Yeah, so like where I host is usually it's like dance events.
Yeah.
So it's the community that I'm part of, and usually everybody sort of knows each other more or less. And the event that you happen to be in was it was like the Stockholm Culture Night. So it was a lot more like the crowd was a nice mixture of like people from the community, but also just complete strangers. Just like, okay, I don't know who any of this is, and I think it also brings out something different in me when I'm on the mic, because I realize like, okay, these are curious people who don't know anything, and I need to like get them into the vibe. I need to like harness them into the room and be ready to give some energy. And somehow, sometimes you get lucky and you get a nice crowd like this, which is like easier to ride the wave with. And I haven't hosted so much in Finland actually. Just one jam, like 3 years ago maybe. And that one was hype because it was just dance people.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And I was like newer to it, so I was I'm excited to do it every time, but I think there's less like anxious jitters of like how this is going to am I gonna be, are people gonna listen to me, what if it's not gonna go anywhere and I'm just gonna talk on the mic and everybody's just gonna turn around and this is gonna be bad. But that doesn't happen as much.
That was my favorite part of it, because you went at it, and then every now and then you just start talking and you just go. And you go on a rant by yourself seemingly, and it just works really well. It gets the crowd going because you're funny. You got like great communication skills, so it gets people going when you go on. Because sometimes like the DJ or the dancer or something getting ready, so it's like 5, 10, 20 extra seconds of nothing.
Yeah.
And you just kill it. So yeah, I really appreciated it. But in general, are Finns like as scared as Swedes of like standing out in a crowd?
Oh well, I mean, okay, this feels like I've been doing like a low-key case study, not really, but between like Sweden and Finland. Because at first when I moved here, because I've lived here in total maybe 4 years, 5 almost. I studied for 2 in a folkhögskola, and then after that I moved in 2022 to Stockholm. So ever since then I have been in Stockholm.
Right.
And at first I was like, I mean, Swedish and Finnish people are pretty similar. Like the culture is not too far apart from each other. But what I did notice now, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I think with the crowds, everybody's pretty introverted in like to a degree. I think in Finland, it's maybe more. I feel like Swedish people, there's more showmen here.
Okay.
But I think now this is a bit of a different thing, but I think Swedish people are not as direct as Finnish people.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought that like I had some friends and they were telling me like, oh yeah, like we just talk around stuff and there's like some word for it, I don't remember. Like there's jentelagen, but maybe that's not.
That's a different thing, but
it's a different thing.
It's connected.
Yeah, probably. and so I was like, nah. But I mean, in Finland, we also are a little coy and we talk around stuff, and you maybe not ask something directly or just like, oh, you don't have to do this for me. And, you know, like super super humble. Like it's not looked. It's usually frowned upon if you are someone who takes a lot of space, or if you have like a loud personality. You really need to like find your own bubble where you can feel supported in that, because I think in general society, maybe in Finland at least, my experience has been that I've always had a pretty big personality and I've felt othered like throughout my life.
Okay.
Always. But it depends, because some people are really into it and they're like, you're cool, and you know, like you want to have a conversation with me. And then there's others who will just be like, I don't know who she thinks she is.
Right. Yeah, there's always some of that. Yeah.
You know, and so it's Finland has a very like humble culture, I think. And so it's a bit strange if someone is really proud of themselves, for example. And here, I mean, I think there's a lot of proud people. I feel like I can't really speak for the Swedish, but there's like people are kind of, you know, socially rigid. Reserved,
of course, in the dancing community, you're gonna have like the extremes of the fun, outgoing, extrovert people who are like not at all reserved. Like that's the creative type of personality.
It is, but you know, there's also there is also a lot of reserved dancers.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, but of course, this is like obvious thing, you know. Wherever you go, wherever there's people, there's always going to be all types of people. So even, I think also an expectation of mine or experience usually is like, okay, if it's the creative type, then they have to be outgoing or extroverted or, you know, this and that. But
it's not always the case.
It's not always the case. You have people who have a lot of heart and a lot of passion, and a lot of like things to give and share, but they might not
you're
lean
right.
towards.
I guess I was thinking more like the crowd perspective. Like getting a crowd going is probably easier in a dance community than in the average Swedish community. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, it's a hot topic, because I have also experienced that to a degree. I think if you get really comfortable in a scene or in a community, so people kind of know each other already, and a lot of the times, like most of the battles that we have here, they're pretty small, and it's like I said before, like people who know each other already show up. And then also I think there's a big mentality here in Sweden amongst the dancers, where a good chunk of people, like they like to train. They're like, we're gonna practice, we're gonna get better. Like there's a lot of like big names and people who are representing Sweden like abroad, and they have very strong foundations and understanding and knowledge on the respected styles that, you know, they're doing. So here, I think there has been a mentality for a long time for many people that has gotten passed on through generations, where it's like, we want to be the best, so we want to push. So when it's a battle, it's a competition, and people are serious.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's something that here in Stockholm we have leaned on a bit more, and I've also leaned on to it. Like I have
the competitive aspect.
Yes, 100%. And I didn't start off that way, because I'm also a dancer, and but it always intrigued me, because there's this like side of pride and ego and like the desire to want to be seen and to push and to like be recognized, and also to like show like what you've been working on, what you got. Like there's a lot of like there's this dancer ego, and I think like all of us, we have it to different degrees, and in Stockholm is like we're competing, and I lean onto that, and I have leaned onto that, and I've like gained major like character development from it, because it's nice that you are encouraged to like stand behind yourself and to like really be proud of the hours that you put into your craft. But then I think sometimes it can eat away a little bit from like the general atmosphere and the vibe from battles, because people they're so busy like competing or like in their heads about thinking of like, okay, I need to perform well, like I want to do well, this is a battle, so I want to get to battle, and I want to get further, I need to get past the prelims, and then when I'm past the prelims, then it's battle time, and I'm gonna do this. So like it doesn't really, everyone's been doing this like so many times, so sometimes if the MC is just like, hey guys, let's have a good time, we're like, we know already, like like I'm here to compete, so it can sometimes be actually a bit more difficult to hype up a dancer crowd because they already know what's up, or they're like, this is my space, you know, so they don't necessarily feel as what's a good word for this, they don't necessarily feel as like in oh my god
no worries, as hyped, as easily hyped.
Yeah, I guess as easily hyped. There's a what? It's not oh my god.
As impressed. Is that what you're looking for?
No. As this happens to me a lot. I will need like a specific word for me to like get my thought through.
Do you know what in
inspired?
Finnish?
They might not feel as inspired to like contribute with like this external energy.
Okay. To be like part of the crowd hyping up the dancers because they already know the deal, they've been around.
Yeah, like,
got it.
And I think this is like, it's not always people. We always support each other, and it's like nice, you know. Especially you have a good friend who's dancing, so you're like, let's go. Yeah. But I think that's maybe missing. Also doing that to people who are not your very good friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, there's nuances.
There's nuances
to all of this, but so honestly, I have felt that it's been easier to hype up a crowd that's a bit random.
Interesting.
Because Swedish people, like, it's not like they're all just, I don't want to. I think people they want to participate.
Yes.
They want to like feel something. They want to be part of something. So I think for the average like person who is not involved in this world, or like doesn't know much of it but happens to stumble on it, it's like, like breakdancing. Yeah, it's like, breakdancing, I've heard of this, that's super cool, that's where they spin on their heads and shit. Okay, let me, the MC, whoa, you know, like I think I do believe that people want to be part of something, and so when they are curious and they will stick around, you can like, when I'm on the mic, I can like see that, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna engage with you to see that I know you want to be here.
Yeah,
this is cool. And then, because you don't usually stumble on in crowds or events where the person hosting or like on the mic is also like it's happening again.
Don't worry about it. We have all the time in the world.
That the MC isn't like actively like energizing, right, you know, like doing call and response,
because like you said before, like the MC could just be, hi everyone, welcome, let's have a good time, these are the participants, and that would be like an okay job for an MC. The people would be like, that's what we expect.
Like,
but then when someone brings something extra, it's obviously gives another level to it.
Like, what's happening?
Yes.
So I think general crowd, like in Sweden, even if people are introverted, but I think people are curious.
Yeah.
So if you are allowed a space, if you're allowed and welcomed to do something different and be in maybe not in an introverted way, but you're realizing like, okay, everybody's screaming. Okay, maybe I can scream.
Yeah, that was what I felt at the event, because because it was like you said, it was culture night.
Yeah.
Where people go to random stuff. I went to this, and it's very random. It's not like something I usually go to, and I believe a lot of people were like that in the crowd. And early on, it was like, all right, well, this is cool. This is nice. Let's check it out, and maybe we'll go somewhere else after a while. but then like you hosted it so well. For me, that was the hook.
No,
I was like, I want
so
to
sweet.
keep watching. Of course, the dancers were amazing as well,
for sure.
But you have to have a show. If it was just the dancers being really good, I would probably have watched the first round, see all the dancers, and then all right, let's check something else out because there's a lot of stuff going on tonight. But with the great hosting, it becomes like, I really want to see what happens next. But you said something there that was so interesting. The competitive aspect of it. That's speaking my language. I'm a former basketball player.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, and I've always loved when there's like a little bit of a intensity between me and someone on the opposing team, or a few of them, but it's usually like two people get into like a game within the game, and I've always enjoyed it. And that, like you said, the pride, the like, no, you're not getting past me. Like, no, I'm stopping you. Like,
you get the tingles.
I love that feeling and that aspect of sports in general. So yes, when you talk about it in a breakdance competition kind of way, I can definitely feel that, because it is so like physically challenging to do that, and you have to practice so much to be good at it. Of course, when you show up, you wanna whoop some ass. Like you're not there just to have fun. Like
let's
let's have fun, sure, but also I want to beat you.
And that's how people do it around here, I think.
And is that like you said you started as a dancer, right? Was that have you always had that attitude as a dancer as well?
No, so I mean, I've been always dancing. Dancing for me is like the original love of my life.
Nice.
So like emceeing all of this has come because of dance.
Right.
Oh, sorry about that. Dancing came before.
Right.
So I've been always doing it, and this is gonna go into just a big.
Yes. Down the rabbit hole. Let's go.
Let's go. Because like you ask one question, I'm gonna be like, oh, the bridges are bringing me back. So when I was born.
Yes. Let's go. Born. Where were you born?
Oh no! Wait. Okay. This is feeling excessive. Maybe I should really didn't. What did you ask?
I asked if you were competitive in dancing, but then you wanted to tell me about how the dancing started, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because I think like. Yeah, whenever I talk, like, context is so important.
Of course.
You know?
Listen, I'm not in a rush. You can give me all the context you want.
It's just that dancing, it has always been such a personal thing for me. And I grew up, like, my mom is Finnish, my dad's Colombian, and both of them were/are dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, she wanted to, like, be an actress and be a dancer and all these things when she was around my age, like maybe a bit younger. It didn't, like, that life didn't really, she didn't succeed on it in, like, on her own terms. So she switched up careers and all this and is living a different life now. And my dad, I mean, yeah, man, he's lived a life, like, in Colombia, he's a personal trainer, and he just, like, part of the culture is dancing, you know? There's music always playing.
The Caribbean is, like, everyone is a dancer.
It
feels like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Caribbean influences in the music for sure.
Yeah.
And like, what am I saying? Yeah, so with him, like, he moved to Finland because of me, so we could be a family together, and I just have a lot of memories. Like, dancing together with him is always playing some salsa in the background, and then I'm like, standing on his tippy toes, and then he's like dancing.
Oh,
and
cute.
Then and then we would do these like crazy tricks where he's like flipping me on the air, and then I'm spinning, and then it's like, it was great. It was fantastic.
Lovely.
So it was just something, and I don't know at what point, I think it just always was there for me.
Right.
So as I grew up, I would just like become more and more of a dancer. Like, I would look at music videos and I would be like, oh my God, this is like, I had a wild Justin Bieber face. I like learned all his songs, all the dances in his music. Like,
nice.
It was a whole thing. And so it was just gradual. It's like, it's this thing of like, I move already. It's in my blood. It's in my genes. It's something that I do. And then when I grow older, I get more impressions, new information, new input. And then I start like building an idea of myself and, you know, like my persona, who I am, what I'm interested in, my values. And then like dancing just always was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when it got to like 2017, I had been going to like some weekly classes, and then I got together with some friends who had a similar interest, and then we would just start to be like, okay, but hip hop, freestyle, what's this? And then like the idea of the fact that there's like battles and competition started to come in, and I don't know, I think it always intrigued me, but I wasn't inherently like, oh, I'm gonna compete with dance, because I think I also was raised to be humble, I believe, but also proud. It's this Finnish Colombian mixture that's like the push and pull. It's very like, bro, I'm telling you, my parents, they're like polar opposites. It's wild.
I bet.
Lovely people though. I love them very much.
If you pick two cultures on the planet, it's hard to find two that are more opposite than Finnish and Colombian.
Yeah, like it's a pretty good one. Like they're so like, this is like super social, extroverted, love life, this is music. No, we're in the cold.
Organized.
We stay quiet, we stay organized, timely.
Direct.
Yeah. You know, logical,
Don't use too
rational,
many words.
not too many words. So you see how I struggle.
Save your words, damn it.
Save your words.
You might need them for the winter.
Yeah, legit, I swear. So yeah, we didn't like, I grew up like pretty, you know, like quite well off. But we didn't, I mean, some sort of middle class, I guess. Like we didn't have much money. Like it was saving mode like most of my childhood. So when it would come to like doing competitions, like I would also do track and field and boxing and like there was something else that I forgot. Well, whatever. For example, like things that are competitive. So I've always been competitive, but then I did like taekwondo when I was 8.
Nice.
But all of these things, like even with dance, there always became a point in the hobby where now like there's an extra paywall in order for you to go further.
Right. To compete, to be part of competitions, you have to pay for it. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's where me and my mom, like my family, would just be like,
yeah.
Sorry, too bad you can't, like you could continue doing this. Like for example, like when I was doing taekwondo, we started and we were all having the white belt, you know, because it's the first one, and then we go and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this is great. And then the time comes when we're supposed to do like the test to get the yellow belt, which is the next one, and we had to pay to be ordered to do that test. And my mom was like, the fuck, we're not paying. what is this? We're not paying for her to get the yellow belt. Like this is stupid. Like we
just
can't afford this.
Yellow.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. But like this is how I remember. At least I haven't spoken to my mom about this in a long time. Or ever. But yeah. So then it just became that I would continue going with the group, but I was the only one with the white belt.
Right.
And everybody else had a yellow belt. So, you know, I'm a little kid. So it does something to your psyche. Like I was like pretty okay being a different one and, you know, just overall in life. But this would happen like multiple times. I remember even maybe boxing, I just got tired of it. Track and field, it was similar. Like it is it's a competitive sport, you know?
Very much.
So I got into it because I wanted to run and I liked running. And my mom was like, maybe you should try track and field. So then I joined like a team, and then I learned that, oh, these people train to compete.
Right.
And I just came there to vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just the same, like they would have these like camps and competition camps, or just camps where they like do intensive training, or you know they go travel somewhere to compete, and I would always not do that because
that stuff costs a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money, and then I think also somewhere along the way, I learned the attitude of like, I'm not one of these people. I'm not one of these people to compete. I'm not one of these people to demand a space where I can like, just demand it, like be the best in the room.
Yeah.
And know that I'm the best in the room. It like, this was not a thing for me. So I always considered myself as an other, like compared to this group of people. And it would just happen everywhere. So it would also happen in dance. And I was doing like these weekly classes, like, okay, street dance once a week. And then we go there and then I learned the running man and the happy feet. And it's all nice and dandy. We're doing it. And it was a great time. I always looked forward to going to those classes. And I got so anxious if I was going to get late or something. I was like, no, I have to go. And then I would run. Oh, the amount of times I would just run my ass off.
Combining your two interests.
Yeah. And but then there also, this school is a pretty commercial school that I went to. And I was just enjoying dancing. And it was a great time. Because there's not really much expectations when you're just doing like a weekly class. But then eventually it's like, okay, but my desire, like I want to do more. So, and I want to know more. So I start like investigating for myself and I start meeting new people who are also into dancing. And also I'm just like the teacher at the school, he like saw me. He was like, you're really good. Like you could like, you should keep going. And he would, like when we would do like the ending shows of the season, then he would like often put me like in the front row or something like this. So I start to feel like, okay,
I'm good at this.
I'm pretty good at this,
Yeah.
And then eventually, like this school, they also have their expensive training programs, and eventually, I think it was this teacher actually who he urged me to like apply to one of these things. And it's basically like a intensive training program where it's a bunch of kids, young people who are talented dancers, and then they just train multiple times a week with like certain coaches or like teachers from the school. And maybe usually they are preparing for like a competition that is very different from battles.
Right.
And
like a performance together, a show, or
exactly. Like they might do like a really big showcase and like a choreography, and then they train the shit out of it, and then boom, 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 and then they go to competitions, and then they try, win.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
What style of dancing were you doing at that time?
Oh, I mean, I was just dancing, but the classes that I was doing, it was called street dance, but what we were learning was hip hop.
Got it.
And because street dance is like an umbrella term,
Right.
And but yeah, we were mainly learning hip hop. Sometimes he would show some breaking. Breaking is the original dance of hip hop, and then there's like hip hop freestyle. Yeah. So that's basically what I was doing at that point, and let me think. Competition not being good enough, and then it just followed here. I would apply to these things because also I'm like 16 at this point maybe, so I don't know what I mean, I didn't really have much more input of like where to dance. You think that this is it,
right?
Like this is where
so
I had to in this dance school.
What do you know at 16?
So many things.
Maybe you did. I did not.
No, listen. I mean, at this point, I'm like, I never want to be 16 again.
But would you want to be 16 again with all the knowledge that you have today?
As in all my experiences, I would just go back to my 16-year-old body, or I would travel back in time.
You travel back in time, but you get to bring your current consciousness.
So I would basically just know my future. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, the future might be different, but you have all the knowledge.
So I've seen an option of the future.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Wait. Maybe you don't get to keep the memories.
Because I would be
you can.
That would be so trippy.
That would be very trippy. I don't even know what that means.
Would I?
Let's just
I
say,
don't know if
let's
I
just say
would.
you have
This
like
might be too-
the maturity and intelligence that you have today, but you get to go back to 16.
I mean,
I would do it in a heartbeat.
why would you do it in a heartbeat?
Just imagine having the knowledge of, being an adult, but being 16. Like
So what would you do? Like, do you think people would take you seriously?
Yeah, you'd be like a genius in
Sister.
comparison.
Oh my god.
Like, I mean, you don't have to be super smart as an adult, but compared to the most 16-year-olds, you're gonna be pretty damn clever.
I mean, yeah.
No?
So what would you do? Like, would you still go to school?
Maybe no.
Are you telling me you would live the same 16-year-old life?
I would be better at talking to girls than I was at 16.
Oh, I actually don't know how to feel about that. This feels strange. How old are you now?
I'm 37.
30. Bro, a 37-year-old man in a 16-year-old body.
Good point. That would be
I don't
weird.
think this is fine. No.
That would be weird.
This is predatory behavior, actually.
I guess this question is messed up. I never thought. I've talked about this.
You asked it. We thought about it.
Yeah.
We realized.
No, but even the previous thing you pointed out, I would see a version of the future. Yeah, because you can't have the intelligence and maturity you have without the experiences.
Exactly.
So either you would have to know the
It's
future.
just like, I just have this knowing in me. I'm like,
Yeah.
So would you just have a stronger gut instinct or something?
I just think I would be more confident. That is the thing. Like at 16, I was super insecure, and that is why I think I would be better at talking to girls.
I see.
I'm not saying me as a 37-year-old is looking for this. I just wish I had more confidence in my teenage years.
I understand
That's
that.
probably what I'm going at.
I understand that. I mean,
damn, you put me on the spot here.
That's what I do. I tend to.
What a twist! What a twist! All right,
you heard it here first.
Let's get back to your dancing career.
It's like
no more me going back to school. Enough of this shit.
Something that I wanted to say was like, oh no, like I'd be so smart. Like when I asked you, like people would take you seriously, and you're so certain that people would take you seriously if you're like
maybe they wouldn't.
Super smart 16-year-old. It's like, says the white man. Like I think people are gonna listen to you.
Okay. You're thinking, but I mean, whatever color and gender.
Yeah.
If you're 37 mentally in a 16-year-old body, you're going to be more confident than you are a 16-year-old in a 16-year-old body.
Within the questions of confidence, I was just like, because I don't know if I would be so confident about. I'd be confused as hell. Listen,
how old are you now?
25.
25. Okay.
So, like, if I would just wake up in my 16-year-old body,
that would be confusing.
Would I? I mean, there's some. I mean, yeah. Now we're just getting into this again.
Let's go. Let's go.
But it's really like, would I? How would that even? So I would not. I would still feel like a 16-year-old, or no? I wouldn't.
I don't know.
And I would be so smart, and I would. I mean, maybe people would listen to me. Actually, I think I would just be so busy being tripped out. Like, did I just have the craziest dream? Like, would I just wake up and I'm like, whoa,
dude, that would be so weird if you have memories from your future. Like, I don't think we can have that part in this question.
Because that's like, it's like you're having visions and you're like, wow, I saw this person, but I don't know who this person is. And I have very strong feelings about something.
Do you know what DMT is?
Yes.
And 5-MeO DMT, you know that?
No.
It's a psychedelic that's even stronger than DMT.
Oh my lord! I can't even. I don't even want to imagine.
No, I know it's crazy. But why I mention it is because there was a guy on a podcast who did 5-MeO DMT.
Oh my god!
And
is he okay?
then you're like gone for a while, like you're mentally somewhere else.
Yeah.
And he came back. He was gone for 30-40 minutes or something like that. Came back and woke up and was like, "Wait, what's going on?" He had lived an entire life.
No.
He had a family
in
this parallel universe of the trip, and came back and was like, "Where's my family?
No,
like, what's going
I'm so
on?"
upset. is crazy.
So this is what this would feel like that.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Just
you
like,
go like,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
wait, hold on. What happened to all those nine years that you just lived?
Bro, he lived 9
Yeah.
years? No.
No, I mean, if you were a
But-
25-year-old going back to your 16,
Is that 9 years ago?
that is 9 years ago.
I guess that makes sense.
This is a trippy conversation.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, you wouldn't. Neither of us would go back to our 16-year-old selves. Let's
All
just
right.
let's enjoy the age we're at, the time we're at.
100%.
It's great.
I could talk about growing older all day. It's so nice to be older. It really is. I can't. Okay, no. What I like to say is that I can wait, but I'm excited for my 30s.
Yes.
You know, I'm excited to grow older.
You should be. It just gets better and better.
Yes.
Until I guess when you start going frail, maybe at that point you want to get younger.
Yeah, I mean the body part.
Yeah.
Is another.
Yeah.
Thing. Is true, but I mean, to the 16-year-old thing, because I also, I was a lot more insecure as well, and just yes, insecure means not confident. So.
Yes.
I
but
explained this to myself because I was going to say,
like,
not confident. I was like, that's what I just said because I said insecure.
Nice. You have the whole dialogue in your brain going on. I would tell, if I could go back to my 16-year-old self, I would at least tell him, everyone's insecure. Don't worry about it. Everyone's insecure. Yeah, actually, like, it's okay.
Don't worry, little boy. It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay, man.
That's what I would say.
Little boy.
Little boy.
There's a little
my
boy.
16-year-old be like, what the fuck? Get away from me. Who are you?
Why are you talking to me, 37-year-old man?
Calling little boy.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know. I would say 16-year-old me. What was she doing? Oh, I just got into high school. I mean, I think I would just be like, yeah, you're doing all right. Just keep living.
Nice. That's good.
Because I think it is a question that I maybe think about sometimes. This thing of like, yeah, okay, what would I say to my younger self?
Yes.
And honestly, I think it's just to, just keep it up because like even with the insecurity and sadness and like phases of depression and this type of stuff, it's like I needed to go through that to be who I am now. And even though I think we need those experiences.
Absolutely.
You know, because it's like it builds character. And I mean, especially again, nuance. Some people really go through it and it's like it wouldn't need to be this tough, you know. But to myself, it's like, I mean, I would cringe at myself, be like, oh man, you did that, and that's cringe, that's so bad, and that's so weird, and it's just like, you're such a teenager, you were such this, or you know, it's just, ugh. But hey, I did the best I could. It is the thing, like we just like trusting the process of life, and trusting the process of growing older, and if we don't like genuinely live through all the motions, through all the phases of our emotions and like, just things that we feel, then it's going to be harder to grow older. I was going to have a better sentence for that, but no.
Don't worry.
Disappeared a little bit.
Worry.
It's the sleep deprivation.
I tripped both of us up with that question. That took us on a path.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back to the dancing. You started going to this what did you call it? The sessions with like more intense training with different coaches, all that stuff. Yeah. And did you get into competitive dancing at that point, or?
Okay, so competitive dancing. It sounds a little bit. I mean, it basically is that, but it's.
You can correct me if
I mean, because there's different types. Like, let me think about this. Because the ones that, for example, this dance school that I was part of, and then I would eventually apply for their training programs. Long story short, I got in, couldn't afford it, didn't go. And then like as time went on, I started to learn, okay, but this school is a bit more, it's very commercial. it's actually not giving me all the information that I would want to get. I don't think it's really teaching me much about hip-hop or like my own dance and or freestyling or culture, or because I've been starting to hear these words and I'm like, oh, there's more information. I'm like, okay, where is it? Where's this information everybody's talking about? I'm like, I'm going to someone who is teaching me moves, but I feel at lost because I think that these people have a very different priority maybe, and it's more of creating shows and creating like these wow moments. Look at what a cool formation and sharp dancing and women or boys dancing with girls. Choreography.
That's a great illustration.
Yeah, and the competitions that these schools would usually prepare the dancers for, it's called something like there's one in most countries, at least in Europe. I actually don't know. There's one in Sweden, it's called SDO. There's one in Finland, FDO. And it's like Swedish Dance Organization, Finnish Dance, and there's IDO, that's like International Dance Organization, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not the one to fully talk about this because I didn't really participate. I was just a spectator from the outside of like seeing the effects that this bubble has. And as a person from the outside, as someone who could not afford to join these classes and to join the competitions, like I thought that this was how, okay, this is how we're supposed to dance. You're supposed to want to compete in this, but it's like a weird format. It's basically like this different like ballroom dances or like disco dance. I can't. How would I? Or like modern and contemporary dance, which is like they are performed in different formats, and this competition is more made for this. It's like you have a number on your chest, and then you go and there's like a jury, and then you go and you dance in front of the jury. You have maybe a solo piece, or you have done a showcase, and they have like different categories, and they have also like, so they've made a similar one for street dance. I'm not a fan.
I was just going to say it's the opposite of street dance. It becomes like an exclusionary bubble.
Yes, it's kind of that they're forcing down the form of like hip hop dances into a space that is built for another type of competitive dance.
Right.
But they can make a good buck from it also.
Yes.
And again, it's a nuanced conversation because then there's a lot of dancers also in the Swedish scene and in the Finnish scene that like they grew up participating here. So they have like, it was like their dance bubble, their own community, their friends, their creative outlet, their way of like getting into this world. So I also am aware that it has given a lot to many people. But from the outside, I was like, what am I supposed to what am I supposed to do here? And it was just very, I don't know, in my eyes it seemed a bit elitist somehow. And also because like the owner of the school that I would go to, like he would be in the board or like I don't know if he's the owner or some sort of like just boss man person. One of the people.
Some suit.
In the like he would have the dance school, and then he would also be part of this dance competition. So essentially, they get dancers, young dancers, to come into their school and dance for and pay for these training programs, so that they will compete in this competition that he's also organizing. So
it's a money making machine.
Yeah, and then you also have to pay in order to compete. You have to pay to enter the competition. So it's like it's all about this, you know. So this kind of turned me off. Like I was a bit like, oh, I did it once because there was a dance group. Shout out to Function. I don't know if you guys are still active. Like they're gonna watch this. Like,
who knows?
Who knows? Maybe they're your biggest fans, actually. Like
totally. Shout out to Function.
Shout out. Yeah, no, like they were this like, yeah, I don't know if they're still active, but back in the days they were like, yeah, they were this crew and they were doing like more like K-pop dancing and stuff and more into choreography, and they wanted to do a showcase. They wanted a dancer. They asked me, and I was like, oh my God, yes. Like, so that was cool. We did the showcase, we performed, we got 4th place. And that was the first time I was like, I got to see everything. And it was so like, it's such this big ass hall and there's like no vibes. It's just big hall. People go in, out, big groups of like children and dancers. And they're like super, like everybody's super stressed out. Like they're putting on their clothes and their makeup and like, you know, just...
That is...
it's competition.
Yes. And it's corporatized competition.
Yeah.
That is... you make such a good point. I listened to someone... I can't remember who it was. One of these like old rock stars.
Okay.
Complain about the American Idol, Britain's Got Talent, you know, all of these talent shows.
Yeah.
What it's doing to... music or just, you know, creativity, because so many kids grow up watching that thinking this is the way you become an artist.
100%.
Like you go on one of these shows, you do well, you get to go to the finals, and then you get a record deal, blah blah blah.
It's like, this is the pipeline.
And he was like, it's one of these guys from like Metallica or something, one of those huge bands. I don't know if it was Metallica, but one of those. He said like, when we grew up, like you go to a garage and you suck. Like you suck at music with your friends for months. And then eventually maybe you have a good song and maybe you get to play at a bar, but you have to suck for a while, and that's fine.
100%.
Like you're supposed to do that. You just do it because you love doing it, and you know, if it becomes a career, great.
Yeah.
But now with all of these talent shows, you know, that is the idea. Like, no, you have to be so good that you're on TV and someone discovers you and then you blow up, you know? And if you go there and you don't do well, like that's it. Like no. Everyone sucked in the beginning. That's the point.
Yeah, you have to start at, like somewhere. And I also, it is sad, but I'm happy for myself, like that. Just because I know me and how I went through all of this, then I know that if you want it bad enough, if you are like, or I mean, maybe I'm just projecting my own, but for me, it like, I still felt that I was curious enough to want to keep going, so I would eventually find the right people and the right places where I didn't have to do this pipeline. And it's like, it's been very much like I'm like walking my own path, like nobody before me has really showed. It's just that I will hear some story like, okay, this person went to Sweden to this school, and I'm like, what's that? What's this? And it was it's shout out to Åsa Folkhögskola. It's like one of the main like bringers of new people into the Swedish street dance scene. I would think, because it's been around for a longish time, early 2010s something, and you can do popping, locking, hip hop, house, and breaking in this school.
Nice.
And there's been some really good teachers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go into the into more details about it, but it's this school carries a like history for the Swedish dancing, and it was the place that helped me, like, I think officially unlock, I don't know, this hunger, like, for creating and expressing, and like also for the first time I felt really, really seen as well, because it was just like I came into the school and there's people from like all over the world, and everybody's dancing, and I'm like, what's going on here? These people are so good. And we would have ciphers. You know what a cipher is?
Tell me.
Cipher is basically, I mean, yeah, it's like a dance circle, Like there's also, it's a dance circle. You can just have a circle, people dancing in a circle, and it's cool. One person goes in, dance, and you're like, hey, and then somebody else goes in, and you're like, hey, and so that's the dance circle, and then the cipher is, I think people use these kind of interchangeably, but cipher is supposed to, like how I've learned or how it's been taught to me, is that it's the dance circle, but next level.
Okay.
So a cipher can happen in multiple ways. Like you can have a rap cipher, you can have a poem cipher. I don't know. You can have a dance cipher. You can have a cipher. You know, okay, you're smoking a joint and you're passing it around. Like it's cipher is something that it's circular and it's alive. And in the dance context, the best ciphers I've been in, it's like everybody is so incredibly involved and so deeply just connected to each other that the person who's dancing, like, okay, they're really tapping into something and they're like just, you know, ripping their heart out while they're dancing or doing some crazy shit, and you can just feel it when you're watching. You're like, you can just feel the energy. It's like pumping in the, you know, it's just bouncing back and forth between everybody, and you don't want to leave the cipher. Like you can't create any holes in it because otherwise you'll risk the energy just like disappearing.
Right.
And it's that for me and for multiple other people. It's I think I'm also careful of talking about like maybe official terms and things of like, because I'm just someone who has learned and someone who experiences this and has like, some people could say that I'm a guest in a culture. So there are elders, OGs, people like teachers, mentors from around the world, also way before me, who will have like
A
deeper, like like different points of views and deeper like understanding and knowledge of.
Sure, but they don't own it.
No, 100% they don't own it, but I think
culture
you see,
develops
this is
over
me
time.
being like,
you're careful. You're careful. I get it.
I'm careful.
You want to pay respects to the OGs. That's fine. But I mean,
like a cipher,
culture develops and evolves.
100%. So cipher is something that's alive. To just put it like this. And now I don't know why we were talking about ciphers.
I don't know, because it's the opposite of the posh corporatized pipeline.
Yeah, there was
just people getting together,
like
having a good time. You came to Åsa folkhögskola.
Yeah, shout out.
Danced.
There was
energy,
something.
having a good time.
You had a question about competing. Maybe?
Oh yeah. When you got into competitive dancing.
Yeah,
that was the first question.
Yeah, I'm like I'm talking about everything else.
That was a five MEO DMT trip ago.
Oh my lord.
So it unlocked something in you. It unlocked
something, and then like when going into the street dance like scene, battles are a big thing.
Yes,
and especially in Europe, like some OGs make it very clear that these are competitions, because back in the days, like okay, you would go into the States and where hip hop was born, people would like battle each other. It would be like you would be at the club, you see someone who you don't like, or you see someone who you really feel like you need to go head to head, or like okay, this is a really good dancer, like I wanna call them out and I wanna have a head to head with each other, or it's literally like we got problems, let's dance. And it's literally a battle, and they will just go back and back and back and back and back and forth all night until one person is out. Right. And so that would be like a battle. And so now the events that we call battles, they're actually organized competitions. Right. It's like the one that you came into, it's like, okay, it's scheduled. Yeah. We're inviting, we have a lineup, we got the judges, we have a host, we have a DJ. Okay, everybody come. And then there's a, there's a schedule, there's a structure to it. And you have to do a pre-selection, and then the judges pick who they want to go to the top 8 or top 16, and then and there's brackets, and then it's a very structured environment, so it's actually a competition.
Yes,
but we call them battles still, and it's a really big thing in the European dance scene, and I think that's also become more of a thing in the States, if I've understood. Like, I haven't traveled there to investigate but I've still like heard from enough people, and like met some people also talking about it, and so in Europe it's very much a thing. So when you come into the scene, you realize that a lot of the dancing revolves around also practicing for battles,
right?
And then this circles back to what I said like way before about the Stockholm scene having this like fire within them, and I think it's been passed down like generations, and for me as a person who thought that this isn't for, I'm not one of these people who competes, I'm not one of these people who take space like that, I'm not one of these people who can perform this well. It's just like I somehow really learned the attitude that it's just these other people do this stuff. I just dibble and dabble and kind of try to do something. And then I just start to like surround myself with more dancers. I come to Sweden and I start to learn like I know I have this desire. I'm like, but I am pretty competitive. Like I do have this ego. It's like, no, but I want to be seen. I sometimes have a bit of like a main character syndrome or something. I'm like, hey, I have shit to say. I wanna do this. There's like a inner leader or something that wants to come out. And when I was a kid, it was very clear. And then during my life, I learned to like
suppress it.
Yeah, suppress it because some people didn't like it, and I would get ignored and bullied in like passive ways.
The Colombian and the Finn in you have had a battle going on.
Yeah, it's really been like So and I when I started to also I'm like, oh, I'm feeling seen, like people are actually paying attention to me, because in Finland it was still my like couple really good friends would be like, yeah, Amanda, let's go, but then also some of the other people who I would dance with, it still felt like, especially the guys always get more credit. The guys always, like, they're always so good, they're stronger, they're better. So I'm just a girl. And then like coming to Sweden and being in Åsa, I really, like, I would dance in ways that were really, because I would spend just hours alone before, just dancing on my own, like listening to music, because I love music. Music's so good. I would just listen to good music and just jam it out, or like have really long jams alone on myself. I'm also quite an emotional being, so it's really like when I listen to music, it becomes a very strong sensory experience for me. Like I would just feel it all over my body, and it's like, my heart is gonna rip down. So like I have to move, I need to do something, so it becomes this like huge storytelling thing for me, and I'm like feeling a lot. And then in Åsa, first I would start doing that in front of people. We would have like ciphers where she would get like emotional and like really,
that's not easy to do,
and really, really deep. And I would just like this, I still remember it so vividly. Like we would do this thing called birthday rounds, and birthday rounds is something that a lot of dancers do, and in many different ways. And in my year, like in also how we would do it is that this was the first birthday rounds of the year. Shout out to Ria. Ria's one of my best friends. She was one of the first people to have a birthday in Åsa that year. So she would just like go around to people and be like, hey, put a song in this playlist. And like just any song, a song that you like, you think that I would like, whatever, let's meet up like later tonight in the studio. And then everybody would gather, and it was basically that the birthday person is, you know, in the middle. They're like, okay, welcome. So how this is gonna go is that we're gonna start playing the playlist, and when you hear your song, just come in.
Yeah.
And then you share the song. So you can dance together, or usually it goes that the person who is giving the song does a solo, dances, and then the birthday person responds to the same song.
Nice.
And then there's a wonderful exchange. Everybody's, oh my God, happy or sad or just anything. Like it's, emotional. And emotional and just cool and fun. And then thank you, puss puss, and then next. So in this one, I put a song that I felt a lot like for some time, like before going to Osa. And I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I've ciphered a bit like before, but with my friends in Finland, but not like this. I was like kind of terrified of the idea of like, there's all these people from abroad and they're so good, but I really want to do this. And I like Ria, like she's cool. We weren't that close at that point yet. And I would go in, like, I think I even thought that like, oh yeah, because you're supposed to do as many rounds as the person is like turning age.
Okay.
And I think it was her 25th birthday, and then I thought that it had already gone. I was like, oh, my song never came. But then my song came, and I was like,
oh shit.
Oh wait, so do I? And she's like, is it your song? And I'm like, yes. She's like, come. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I go, and I just remember in that moment, just I made the decision of like, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna let go, and I'm gonna do exactly what I want to do to this song.
Right.
And I'm gonna try and embrace the fact that I'm performing and that like people are looking at me while I'm feeling this song, but I don't want to be embarrassed about it. I really just, what if I just do what I do when I'm dancing alone? Right. And then I did it, and it felt really good. And the exchange ended in like roaring applause and screaming. Nice. And me and Ria were just like hugging each other on the floor, like sitting down, being in this little clump, and like someone's throwing like shoes at us. And it's like, you know, and it was such a, like, it's really a core memory for me in my dance journey. It was so meaningful. I was just in awe, like, whoa, wait, people felt this way after witnessing me dance, and like us having this exchange with Ria. Like I'm honestly speechless, and I just felt all of the feelings. It felt like I could float, like, you know, like I'm having an out-of-body experience, like what is going on? This is amazing. And then I think it keeps going, and then, but like, just beautiful. And then after, when the rounds were done, like people would come up to me and just say the most wonderful things and be so kind and so like supportive. It's crazy. I'm getting actually emotional when I'm thinking about this.
I'm getting emotional listening to it. It's so cool. Like I was saying earlier, that's not easy to do. Like letting go of in front of people, just being dancing like no one is watching. I mean, just letting all of the emotion go. That is not an easy thing to do. So doing it and getting that kind of response, I mean, that's amazing. It
was like, it was the first. I think I'm pretty sure I like wrote about it in my journal or something.
Right.
But it was just thanks. People were so kind to me, and they were saying stuff that was really like, wow, Amanda, like, you're so great, like, you really touched my heart, and you're such a beautiful dancer, and what you did out there was just, I've never seen anything like this, or like just giving me the biggest amounts of props, and like I was like, I don't understand what's going on right now. So many people who I don't know, you know, like people who I've known for just a couple of weeks because we just started school. People who are from abroad, and like people who I know that, oh, like I've seen these people dance, and you're telling me, I'm just a little. I mean, it's not like I haven't been dancing, but not like I've just been in my own bubble, like trying to figure out how to get out of it, you know, and like how to live this life. And now I come here, and I get to share something that is so vulnerable and so true to how I feel and how I express to a certain song, for example, and then just to be received so well really did numbers.
Yeah.
And like it really like fired me up for everything that came after.
Right.
So, and I think that's why it's so important for people to feel seen. I think, because if you never have that experience of being like supported and validated in your experience and your expression, then it can be hard to want to keep going. And I think self-sufficiency is overrated. Like, it's important to be self-sufficient and to be able to like support yourself and be confident and, you know, like not rely on external
confirmation.
But it's still,
but it sure does help.
It's so important because we need each other, and I really needed everyone. I really needed everyone to tell me that. I really needed everyone to like be so honest about how they felt about me sharing, because then I realized like, oh, I might have something worthwhile to say or to show. And then it's just like I've met like lifelong friends.
That's awesome.
From that journey, and with some of these people, like I still live together with them. Like I have 4 roommates right now.
Nice.
Shout out to Teresa, shout out to Hugo, shout out to Andy. Actually, that's 3 roommates. We're 4 people. Shout out to me.
That's very beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks for listening.
That the getting the validation for something when you, in a sense, drop the mask, when you expose who you are, is so cool. Like that it has to be like one of the best feelings available, because you can get it for having a mask on, like, you know, getting validation for something you do that's fake. I mean, it doesn't have to be fake, but you're actually at least like, you know, trying to be something that you're not or whatever, you know. But when you actually like fully drop the mask and just release, and you get that kind of validation, that's amazing. Like it's such a beautiful feeling. Yeah,
because it's terrifying at first.
Yeah.
Because it's really,
very, very
especially
terrifying.
if you've had experiences before where it's like, okay, you're dropping your mask. People are not. They're not with it, and that's been.
No, it might even be the opposite. Like people like say mean things because you show who you are. That happens more often than not, I think.
Yeah.
I can relate to your story a little bit. Not that my dancing has made people cry. It's made people cry, but for the wrong reasons.
No.
But I
don't believe it.
Believe it.
Okay. I wonder how you must have been doing some vile shit.
It's I'm not a dancer. Let's put it that way. But I've always loved writing, and did some writing, and, you know, wrote about whatever. But this one time I wrote about a very personal experience. Where I was talking about the soul and my experience with kind of like visiting where souls come from, kind of having that experience, and I wrote about it. And this former colleague wrote to me. She was so like inspired by what I wrote, and she read it to her grandmother, who was on her deathbed at that point. And my story made her grandmother feel much more calm about what was coming. And I was like, holy shit.
Wow, that's like so big.
It was just like, I don't know, like 300 words. It was not a big text that I put down, you know, my experience, shared that very like honestly, which was not easy for me to do either, like putting it out there. And that gave an old person like calm
That's so beautiful.
It was amazing. It was such a strong feeling. I really, really loved that. And it was, a former colleague who I did not hang out with a lot, so she didn't have to tell me that, but she did. And
I mean,
very beautiful.
Good that she did.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
mean, how did you feel after she told you that?
It was a magical feeling. Like I could never imagine that my words could have that kind of impact. It was crazy. To someone that I've never met on she's from the UK, this former colleague, so someone far away that I've never met, my 300 words gave her calm as she's nearing the end of life. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, wow.
It is a crazy thing to experience.
That's stunning. I bet.
Yeah.
I could imagine this probably inspired you to write more.
Yes.
Or maybe share more of your writing.
To dare both sharing and also being more personal in my writing. I'm still not great at that. Like, I like to write about things. And not so much about personal experiences, but whenever I do, people appreciate it. I guess it resonates with people when you talk about something personal. So yeah, I
think so.
So definitely, I can a little bit relate to what you're talking about. It sounded like yours was a little bit more intense.
Well, it's different, but also, like, for example, yesterday at the battle that I was hosting, I read a poem out loud for the first time in front of people. So. And then some people came to me and they have expressed that, they felt it. And
that's awesome.
Even more common ground.
Yes.
I also really like to write.
That's super cool. You're really good at it too. Like, I've seen some of your videos on Instagram.
You have.
Yes.
You did comment. I saw.
You're really good at it. Like, you do like raps, I guess. A little bit of singing, a little bit of when it's something in between singing and rapping, I don't know what to call it. What would you call it? What you do? I
don't even.
You put words together.
I put words together. This is me, like, to my roommates. I'm like, I don't know, it's a song or it's a rap or it's something or it's lyrics. I always get confused myself when I'm writing stuff because it's like, I guess there is like poems, but then because I'm doing like emceeing, like I want to get better at like I want to be able to rap. I want to be able to like spit off the dome and freestyle. Yes. But it's very difficult. Like this, like that's a skill. So I'm like super, super beginner. But I've been like, I like writing, and then I just thought like maybe let me just like lean more into like being more creative with it than like trying to actually, write down some bars. Yeah. Do some do that as a like to practice like my rapping, and then I think it just unlocked that, I actually enjoyed doing this. And now it's just kind of, I don't know, journal entry / poem / song lyric.
You know what something. I did?
What?
I always loved writing, but early on I was not, confident enough to put it out there. So what I did to become more comfortable with putting my writing out there is I saw this somewhere else and I stole the concept. I just decided to write something every day for 100 days and just post it on Facebook at that time. Nice. And not have like a plan, this is what I'm going to write. Just sit down and write and post it every day for 100 days.
Cool. And
it was during those 100 days that I wrote the thing that my former colleague showed to her grandmother.
Oh, sick.
And that also led a friend of mine to contact me and say, hey, you're good at writing. Do you want to write for my startup? And I did. And then another friend asked me the same, and then I became a copywriter. I started my own business as a copywriter. So
damn.
That challenge of doing it 100 days, it just, one thing led to another, but just pushing myself to do it and try to get more comfortable with putting it out there. Yeah, it led to a new career. I mean, I became a copywriter, which I did not study at all. So if you have this kind of urge, like you want to journal or rap or sing or whatever, just fucking do it. You never know what it leads to. Just do it.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel it. So I'm like, something that I'm picking up, because this is what I'm saying. Growing older is so good. Because I'm really like, it's finding that peace and understanding that, I think I've somehow known this throughout my whole life, but now it's really like, it's really like starting to sit that I am starting to feel at peace with this, is that things take time. Like things just take time, and as long as you do something and you keep doing it, you're gonna find yourself like doing that thing, but just in a bigger way or in a different way. Like things are gonna happen as long as you just keep doing it. And the pressure doesn't have to be like you have to write for 10 hours every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And like do some crazy, you know, like some people are intense, and I'm like, hey, couldn't be me. I need to walk around in the grass, smell some trees, take a nap, go on and jam a little, then just go out and sit down and just write something, and then maybe not do anything for 5 days. Like,
but the key thing is, like you said, just keep doing something. Like if you're a creative person, just do it. Like whatever it is, if you have that itch, scratch it, do it. Doesn't have to make money, doesn't have to be planned, doesn't have to be anything. Just keep doing it, and it will lead to something that you can't even like foresee at this point. But creative people need to be creative, I think.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Actually, yes, we do. And honestly, like this is one of the, like, I think social media is cursed. It's creating more problems than solutions, at least for me, because I'm an addict with that shit. But there is many silver linings still, because I think I have found so many like wonderful people and creators online who have like also put this into words in so many different ways, but so well, so that I would get to also see other people like echoing this thought back to me and be like, you just need to do shit. Like you just need to create, because there's a lot of people on Instagram who will say like yeah, just you think you like my art? I mean, I'll probably like yours too, you know, just do the thing. That's all. And that's like the motivational speech that I need for the day. And I'm like, you know, you're right. It is that deep, but it's also not that deep. Like you make it however deep you want it to be. It's like, just do it, because you need to do it and you want to do it. So fuck anything like thinking about that you have to succeed in a certain way, or that you must become the big next thing. Whoever this rock star artist person was like complaining about the idol, like 100%, you just need to, you know, just fart around and write a little,
have fun,
you know, enjoy it, get some friends who maybe like to do something similar or are just creative, so then you can create like a nice environment where you can feel supported also in your creativity.
And of course, if you do stuff and you put it out there, that attracts other people who appreciate that kind of stuff. If you have it within you and you don't ever put it out there, you're not even gonna get that opportunity. Like you have to take that risk, like you did with the dance at the birthday playlist thing. Like you have to take that birthday rounds. You have to take that risk. Like it is scary. Yes, it is scary, but it is so worth it when you actually expose like your true self and it resonates with people. Like that is the best feeling.
It's wild.
It is also like when you were talking about that, one of the reasons why I really love human beings. Like we are so amazing, because like your my words in that text or your dance during that thing, like it can make people cry. Like it can touch people in such a way that like they have a profound experience. How? I mean, it is magic. To me, that is one of the most beautiful things about human beings. Like the capacity we have for empathy. We can see an abstract painting and be brought to tears by its beauty. I mean, it is such a cool thing that we can do, and it really, really makes me love human beings. Like the level of empathy that we can experience and convey through various forms of art, it's just one of the most beautiful things about us.
Agreed.
Right?
Yes, 100%. I mean, as well. Like for me, I'm just, it's, I don't know. Like I've had some crazy. It's like, what the fuck? Like while dancing or listening to music or like just taking in something that is art,
right,
and it resonates, is like I've had such intense experiences like in my body.
yes,
It's really like I'm on drugs.
spiritual.
I am ascending right
Yes.
now, and I have such vivid memories of like listening to a certain song, and I'm just like, oh, like it's, and there's nothing else in my body than
Right,
like
right.
breakfast, some water. I was like vacuuming my room, but then this song came on, the sun was shining in. I said, listen,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. And it's wild, and crying, it is very special that we can connect with each other like this, and that there's so many things that can be communicated even without it being like explicitly explained that this is everything that is happening. You just feel it.
Yeah, sometimes it's even stronger when it's not explicitly explained.
Because you can also fill in the gaps yourself. Because I think also the best art is like, it doesn't tell you, it shows you. And
right.
it's this thing of something that I've also was just thinking about now. Like, okay, I have like 2 videos where I posted my text on Instagram. And with both of them, I'm like, yeah, they mean something to me. Like, it's something first when I write it, and then I'm aware that it becomes something completely different the moment that I make it public. Or, you know, the moment that I perform it in front of someone else. Like, it's whoever receives it. Like, you just...
Right,
It becomes whatever you then, as a listener, make it to be. Because we will all project our own experiences.
It's no longer just you and your piece of art.
No,
it has interpreters as well.
Exactly. And then it becomes whatever it is to you. So it's like, why you might cry because of someone else's dance might not be the same reason why I cry when I watch the same person dance.
Right.
But we're still crying.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it might be like tugging different heartstrings, and it's like, oh, maybe it's kind of, you know, it's kind of the same, but it's coming from a different angle. And it's like, you lost this thing in your life, and I maybe lost this thing in my life, and I can find the parallels of that in whatever it is being portrayed by this person in front of me. And I think that is very cool.
It is.
You know?
No, it's crazy. I think about it a lot. Like, what is that? I mean, we're clearly some kind of spiritual being that has something, I don't know what to call it. Some people would call it like being, you know, in connection with God or whatever, but some kind of power that is not physical.
Yeah, it's hard. I think about this sometimes, and then I don't know. It's just a human experience, and I think it's very cool.
Yes.
The explanation can be a god, the energies in the universe, neurotransmitters, biology, boom, bada beam.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's there, and we feel it.
Whatever it is, it's fucking great.
Whatever it is, it's fantastic, and I think we should keep going.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Now, I always like when someone is like down on people, like human beings suck, we're parasited, this and that. I'm like, no way. Like,
actually, that
I'm
triggers
allergic.
me a bit.
Yeah, I'm allergic to that. Like, look around. Like, there's so much beauty. Like, yeah, we do a bunch of shit too. Don't get me wrong.
Horrendous.
But
Horrible.
mostly people are like doing beautiful things, having beautiful interactions, and have the capacity of, you know, stuff like this that we're talking about.
Because I think like, it's something, because I've definitely said this, like, oh my God, humans are the worst, or like, oh, we suck, or like, because there's so much shit going on where it's like, what else to blame than the human race when it's humans that is doing those said atrocities. But then again, I think it's a dangerous route to fully like indulge in this way of thinking, because then if you get too comfortable thinking this way and like just spewing out that sentence, then
what's the point?
You know, like, what's the point? And then at some point you might find yourself like genuinely believing that all humans are trash. So then when someone is like actually wanting to be genuine with you, you won't believe it.
Exactly.
And then it's like you're gonna lose out on an amazing connection, or like you're gonna lose out on being able to help someone, or I don't know, just something that is actually very peaceful and lovely. And if we don't believe that humans can be good, then what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What's happening here?
Yeah, and then you can go down some really dark paths if you become a person who has power over other people and you have that kind of mentality. That's not good.
No, it's not
good
that.
at all.
No, and this actually, yeah, I feel very strongly about
Good.
about this
Tell
too.
me.
No, because I mean, this is a bit funny because it's like a podcast, and I'm like, we're conversing, and I'm really like, so much about this is about me and my life, and I'm like getting a bit self-conscious about it. Like,
don't worry about it. We're just having fun.
Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, like this thing of people, so many people in power.
Suck.
To say the very least.
Yes.
They suck.
Yes.
And as someone who started quite insecure, humbled, not, like, I can't be this, I can't be that. I know that I care a lot about people and, arts, freedom, this and that. And then I'm realizing, maybe I should put more effort into like gaining some sort of like leader position. I'm not really interested in running in for office or anything like this, because politics terrify me.
As they should.
Yeah, but in every community, like, okay, we can say like big leaders of like governments and stuff, but then also like all the smaller communities of people, like, okay, for example, dance community, also there's leaders within that. And it is quite common that there's also people who are abusive, people who have just done very hurtful things to others and keep kind of getting away with it. And also that there is a certain culture of like machismo and feminists are crazy vibe sometimes, and it's starting to get very tiresome.
Yeah.
And I'm like realizing that I want to do something about this, and I've been talking about this a lot, like with my friends and like people who I know, like we share similar values with, and we're also tired of just abusive people like having power, and that we should like wake up and shake up a little bit and realize like, we can also actually go for these positions per se. And that just because for you to want to be a leader, for you to want to like have power, it doesn't mean that you are like a twisted person to begin with. And I don't really want power, but I'm also realizing maybe people like me, like us, should have more power, because leadership is about like empathy, sympathy, being able to listen and like not just tell what is right and what is wrong. So that's why I'm going to school.
Good.
I'm going to go to school and I'm going to become a social worker. And with that, it's going to be a long process. Like, it's why like I'm moving out from Stockholm in August. And I want to do social work, and I want to help people, and I want to combine it with like this lifestyle of dance and culture and arts. And I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do, but when I'm around in my 40s, hopefully it's gonna be more sound, and that there is something in action, like I have maybe built something to help, I don't know, like do something locally, because I'm gonna go back to Helsinki. So hopefully create some sort of space or a concept that could like help gather people from all ages. I mean, probably more youths together, and change some change some minds, you know, shape some like
mix things up.
Yeah, just raise some nice, conscious people who like would want to contribute to society in a constructive and helpful and loving way.
Great, do it.
Yeah,
I'm very happy that you and your friends are talking about these things, because it is so important. Like we were talking about the main character thing before. We are all main characters in society. Like that is
hot
the
take. Okay.
Well, that is the attitude we need to have. Like there's a good old quote that says, any power you give up is going to be taken by a tyrant.
Who said that?
I don't know who said that. but any power in a democracy that you have, like you don't want to vote, or you don't want to participate in the democratic process, or you don't want to lead in any way, all right, someone else is going to take it, and it's most likely going to be someone who, you know, has different intentions.
I mean, no, but you're you're right. This is kind of along the lines.
We all have to feel like we're part of building a better future and building a better society if it's going to happen, because it's not going to happen if we're just like, fuck it. Literally,
so like there should be hope. Like there is hope, and we should believe that there is good people who want to make a change, and like good leadership is possible. And I think many like kind-hearted people have also raised to be more timid or more humbled, more introverted,
to
more
yield,
like
give way to others.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, oh, but it's better that I don't take too much space because I don't want to upset anyone, or I don't want to do. But it's like, I think we need to start upsetting some people. I think we need to start like, steamroll ahead a little bit, because now we're getting steamrolled, and I wrote one of my lyrics. I wrote, what was it? Leaders taking advantage of their communities. Your worries matter, no matter what they make you believe. Let me put your mind at ease and show you my thoughts that these systems are giving me. No, where is it? The leader. No, fuck. Fuck. I thought that it was gonna be there. I don't remember the bar before, but basically it's just like, the peace seeking are ready to get lethal. That's what I said. I don't remember what it was before that.
There's shit bubbling.
Yeah, so it's I've been seeing this. I mean, like around the world, you know, they're super intense.
Yeah,
and
you might say that.
Yeah, and then but it's terrible. Like people are literally dying, and it's the fact that we have won a certain lottery for us to be living on this side of the planet Earth, where somehow our lives are protected. Somehow we are not, you know, like we didn't end up on the side of the Earth where they're like, yeah, this land is cool to bomb. We don't give a fuck about your children. Yeah, you're pesticides, I don't know what even is pesticide. I just said a word.
You mean like,
but you know,
we don't view, those people are not viewed as human beings even.
Yeah, and it's pure fucking luck. Like that really gets to me. Like it's really like how I could be there, but I'm not. And so it's like I'm looking at people, or some people are like, oh yes, so you should be grateful that you are, you know, living here a happy life. And I'm like, yeah, but also like I'm angry.
Yeah, one does not exclude the other.
Yeah,
you can be grateful for being here and also being pissed about the others having to suffer.
Yeah, and like as long as other people suffer, we are going to end up like everybody's going to end up suffering in one way or another, because if a certain group of people is allowed to be systemically oppressed and hurt and murdered, killed, then it's only a matter of time until that group of people like becomes us or becomes someone else. Because I think as long as like abuse is allowed, abuse is going to continue to happen, and it's going to shape shift, and it's going to find a new target. It's going to like narcissism only finds ways to justify itself. And I think like at this point like Western society and like these colonial powers, it's our worlds are being ran by narcissism and narcissists.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe. And I think it's crazy because you can kind of see that in how it feeds into like our everyday attitudes. Like it's super normalized, and it's this thing like you want to, like it's common for people to want to seek power and fame and be someone with lots of visibility or followers or etc. And like, I mean, that's just like one aspect. But there's just a lot of self-indulgence happening. And if I just think it's naive to think that everybody's like, oh, we're gonna be safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. It's like, no, this is something's gonna flip out. It's a fake comfort, and it's already showing in like in Finland. Also, the government is being stupid, and they're cutting funds from like all the things that makes Finland so great. Like all the things that basically make us a sort of like socialist country, because we have like free, similar in Sweden and as well, like there's free healthcare, education, all these things. Like we pay tax money so that we can have these like support systems for us, but they keep cutting from it, and they keep making their paychecks bigger,
right?
And it's like it's happening like also in the places where we're supposed to be good. But now the people who have those power positions, they're getting so greedy and so out of touch with the everyday life, and the fact that they actually have to tend to the people's needs. Like we all need to be supported, but it's like, oh, right, they don't give a. They're like up there, and they're starting to like lose the connection.
Of course, yeah.
And it's like, this is.
Yeah, and even if you're not, on the end that's being bombed, like being on the other end destroys you spiritually as well. Like the people who think it's fine that, all right, we can bomb over there, you lose respect for life. You lose respect for humanity. That reflects in your own society as well. Like that is why people can become as indulgent as they are in the rich part of the world, where we have just felt like we're on top of the world for so long that we're gods or something, and that is a cancer on society. Like that eventually becomes a rot that just ruins everything in society. So I think it's very dangerous to be thinking that way. Like no, it's over there, it's not over here.
Yeah.
No, if we're involved in doing it over there, then our society is going to be rotten as hell as well, which it's kind of becoming. One of the things like that really bugs me about Western society today is the gambling.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've followed like the Poly Market and Kalshi. Do you know what that is?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Tell me.
These are two websites where you can bet on events in reality. And it's like the ultimate like manifestation of like dying empire, late stage capitalism, whatever you want to call it.
What's going on?
You can bet on I don't know, let's say is Venezuela going to be invaded before the end of the month?
Oh wow.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Or in sports, is this person going to play more or fewer than 20 minutes or whatever? Real world events which people can influence, obviously.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And these two websites, Polymarket and Kalshi, have become enormous. Like it's billions that are being spent there.
Okay.
It's not called gambling, like it's called predictive.
Of course, it has a fancy name.
Something, yeah. So they're not regulated as casinos are, because it's people betting against one another. I believe Iran is going to be bombed in the next month. You don't. All right, so we bet against one another. That's how
Wow,
it works.
that's gross.
Yes, it's so gross because obviously people have insider information on these things. So when President Maduro of Venezuela,
Oh, let me put my hat on right now. Oh, okay, keep talking.
yes. So when Maduro, President of Venezuela, was kidnapped, someone made a bet like hours before the kidnapping happened and made like something like $400,000.
So are you suggesting?
Clearly, someone had insider knowledge, and it actually just a couple of weeks ago came out that yes, it was some guy who was with the special forces or whatever. He bet on this. And
not the dude on the special forces. They're like, I could make a big buck with this one.
Yeah, and of course, and that is the rot. That is like that is where we're at as a society, where people just don't give a fuck. They're filling their own pockets as long as they can before the whole ship like sinks to the bottom. And that's what's happening with this Iran war, when insiders have knowledge that Trump is going to say something that's positive for the oil markets or negative for the oil markets. There's like billions of dollars being bet like right before he does that, or right before he says something positive or negative. People are betting money that the price of oil is going to go down or up. Insider information. It's all like messed up. And this is like consuming society, because everyone who's on the know, who is like close to insider knowledge, obviously fills their own pockets because they see that this ship is sinking, which just makes the ship sink even faster because no one gives a fuck.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yes. So this is one of my pet peeves, like this whole like.
This is very understandable pet peeve. That's super. Yeah, I haven't somehow steered clear, but now I feel like maybe I've seen something. But yeah, like also most of the. Unfortunately, my largest source of information is like social media.
Right.
So it's like short clips here, this, that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. This sounds. I think it's a bit crazy to also realize, like, right, like every single job, like, mostly at this point, AI is taking over in some ways, in shapes and forms. But that there's still like humans doing these jobs. So it's like a human who's in the special forces.
Yeah.
A human who is like, some agent, or they're in the government, they know something, and they're like, I could make a big buck and just bet on this, and then it happens, and then I make money. And it this is strange.
Yes. We need to get out of it, and to get out of it, we do need people to be engaged, like what we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
I'm an optimist. I know that we're gonna head to better times, but we're gonna have to swim through some shitty times first, until enough of us realize that we can't live like this. And I'm talking about all of it. Like we can't be having a profit-seeking weapons industry. Like that obviously incentivizes more war.
Yeah, it really, yes.
Yeah.
But it's, like at some point it's like, enough people, I think most of these changes, if you look out throughout history, is like people get riled up and angry enough to just stand the fuck up and do something. And now, I don't know. For how long do you think we're gonna keep being this sedated in a way?
Good question.
Because, we're basically, like, most of the people are addicted to their cell phones, or, like you need to have something distracting you, and we're seeking for comfort. We, most of us live alone, so it's not like you have a community around you at all times. It's like but I don't know, because I know from my own experience, it's like, okay, I have a pretty active life, I have people around me, I feel like, I'm ready to make change and do stuff. So when I talk about like we are so sedated as people, I actually don't know how accurate that is, because it feels like we are.
Many of us are,
and
but not everyone.
Like how, yeah, I don't know if there is really a point to like wait until. No, I think I'm just saying stuff.
You asked me how long do I think people are going to stay sedated.
Yeah.
I no one knows for how long, but what I can tell you is I know what the solution is.
What's the solution?
The kind of shit that you do.
Hey.
Yes. No.
And we circle back.
We circle back.
Gotching. Yoshi's podcast.
What we need to do is build community in real life.
Yeah.
Hang out with one another, because like you said, it doesn't feel like people are sedated because you're moving in these kind of circles where people are interacting with each other in real life, not through digital only. Like digital obviously is a great complement which we should utilize, but we have to get together. That's why I'm doing this podcast face to face. I don't want to do any like Zoom.
Yeah, I mean this is way better like this. It would be weird through Zoom. I don't even
this is what I want. Like I forget about all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. Like we need to be with one another. We need to interact with one another in real life. Flesh. That is the antidote to this disconnect that we experience through the screens, that allows othering people in such a nasty way that we can do. At least that's part of it. I mean, it's not the only solution, but it's a big part of it. I think we're heading to a very dangerous time where AI and digital life is going to make human life less human, and we need to battle that. We need to not accept it, which doesn't mean like burn it all down. Like obviously AI is probably going to give us a lot of great stuff that we can't even imagine today, like how good things could get if we utilize it in a good way. But we have to have the humanity. Like we have to have the real life interactions.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's funny because I keep like bouncing back and forth between like feeling confident in like my critical self-expression, and then like not as confident. And I feel like I'm really, everything that you say, like these are like all these these are rants that we have like at home all the time, and it's really this, like when before I said that thank you that we should be more pissed off actually, or like just more activated. And I do feel strongly about this, and what you're saying, like I'm very aware that this route, I feel quite certain that this direction that I'm going in is one of the correct ways to like go about like helping building a more sustainable society. And because we need the arts, we need some sort of like, I mean, culture, it shows up differently, no matter where you go, but that you have ways of expressing, and that you have like leaders who are compassionate and just mindful of their influence.
There's many ways to be a leader. Like it's not just about political power.
Yes.
There are a few things that move people the way art moves people.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can influence people in a number of different ways.
And it really shows, because like I've been so moved so many times throughout my life, and it's also just these small questions, like people would ask like, oh, who's your favorite dancer? Or like, oh, who's your...
And you tell them it's me.
No.
No?
I told them it's my friends.
Nice.
It's the people that I dance together with. It's the people like, yeah, sure, I might follow some cool dancer on Instagram who lives in France, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're super dope, but I don't really get any input from them. And it's like we all sort of lead each other, and it's just this constant have a word in Finnish, but like we have a constant exchange with each other, and every day.
What's the Finnish word?
Vuorovaikutus.
Right.
Was that the word that I was looking for?
Okay,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, vuorovaikutus is like
constant exchange.
Yeah, it's like we have constant exchanges with people, and we can learn so much from each other. And it's like my teachers, they've taught me so much. There's mentors taught me so much. My friends have taught me so much. The internet has taught me quite a bit. Also, my parents have taught me. And then that all just accumulates to just this like so many impressions and so much information in my brain that eventually I start teaching myself. And I mean, and then there's this hope that everybody would do the same. You know, be able to reflect and ponder and think and was more words that are like that. Yeah, no, I lost it. I feel like my sleepiness is starting to catch.
What was the event yesterday? It was
Cypher Games.
Cypher Games, breaking battle or hip hop
Cypher
battle?
Games. It was a hip hop battle. It was so Cypher pre-selection. So open floor, people just dance, and they have 40 minutes, and then there was 2 judges, and they would just walk around and give out like, okay, let's say you get this if I'm the judge and I want you to battle. Then you get like a token. Okay. So people who get through, they get tokens, and then there was a little break. People were just ciphering, dancing. There were some live beats being played, and then it was a 7 to Smoke hip hop battle.
7 to Smoke.
7 to Smoke.
What does that mean?
It means it's like a format of a way to battle. And actually, now I'm thinking like I don't think I even know the original. Why is a 7 to Smoke? Where did it come from?
Do people get high?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, in some parts, but to smoke someone is that you win. It's like I'm gonna smoke you. It's like I'm gonna dance so good that you're not gonna dance as good as I'm gonna dance.
Yeah, you gotta smoke 7 people to win.
Exactly.
Got it.
So you get a top 8. So is this I literally learned this like a few days ago. I realized like 7 to Smoke, so 7 people. It's like, no, it's 8 people because it's you and you have to smoke 7. And I was like, oh my God.
So maybe there is some weed involved.
Lol. So then so basically is you have the 8 people. There's a champion spot here and then the challenger spot. And then the rest like is here or like here on the line.
And if you beat it, then you're in the champion spot.
Exactly. Then you just keep doing that until you have either... People do different versions, but usually it is that in total you try to gather 7. Some people do that. You have to do 7 in a row. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
And then sometimes it's like, okay, there's limited time. So maybe someone's just going to get like 5 points, but the time is running out and we have to get the fuck out of the venue.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, you have the most points, you win, congratulations. But the 7 to Smoke is cool because usually you're supposed to, you get like multiple rounds.
Right.
But it always depends, But that's...
So do you still do a lot of dancing or is it mainly doing the hosting, the MC stuff now?
I still dance, baby. Dance is my love. I do both things. I think I kind of go back and forth between doing stuff. It would be like now I haven't been as physically active, I would say. There's been just a lot of personal changes or just a lot of changes and loss happened in my personal life, like during the past year or so. So that has affected my energy levels a lot and like grieving my dear grandpa passed away this January.
Sorry to
R.I.P. Thank you. So that really took a toll on me. So it's hard to, keep being active in a certain way.
It takes a while to get back, of course.
So I think my body's been a bit but definitely been on a grieving process. So that has affected my ability to like do things the way that I used to do them. Because I had a pretty good routine going on. I was going to practice. I was like, because there is this like practice sessions where people are like, let's go, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like we do some physical workout and then we dance and it's with a lot of intention. And I was doing this and I had like a nice flow going, and then it just starts happening and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So during this time, then I also, like, I think maybe about a year ago, a bit more, that's when I also started to really be like, let me like try with this writing thing and like writing lyrics and poems. And I realized that I actually like this a lot. Like I've been getting steadily into writing just by journaling. And then sometimes I get this like, this text is becoming something more abstract, something more creative, and then I just kind of roll with it. And it was always just instances of like, okay, now I just get this random inspiration and then it just happens. And now, like during the past year or so, I've been cultivating more like, okay, I'm gonna make a moment for myself to do something creative. Like I'm not necessarily super inspired or motivated, but I think I should do it. So now it's been like kind of balancing like with the writing and the emceeing, with the dancing, and maybe I've been like sitting down more and writing more lately, because there is a lot of words and a lot of things that want to like get out. So I do that, and dancing I still do, just not as often maybe for the past few weeks. I don't even know what is often. Like if I just get to dance, if I do it like once a week, I'll be like, oh my god, I'm suffocating. So but now it's been kind of like once, maybe twice a week. So it's a bit like, oh my god. But I'm doing it, and I'm trying to also burst my competitive bubble a bit, because I went so hard into, I want to practice, I want to be good, because it really like it really spoke to me, because it was a sort of character trait that I was like, I wanna be proud, and I wanna like be like, take this, check me out. But I didn't have the confidence to do it, and I felt like I couldn't take myself seriously for so long. But then I would like actively seek that. I realized like, no, but I wanna do this. So then I would just put myself in situations and surround myself with people who embodied that, who really love to battle, who really like they carry themselves with such pride, and also like this knowledge and confidence. Like, I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing because I practice, because I put time into this. And I'm like, okay, hell yeah. Let's do it. And then slowly be with the help of people, teachers, mentors, shout out to the community. I feel like I could just name so many people that I started to like embody it myself more also. And then I found the fire, and then I've been able to like, I've gone into battles and I've really been like, okay, let's freaking go. And I've really like showed out, and it feels good. And I think that has helped me build my character also outside of dance, that I am more daring. I am more daring, period. That's it.
Good.
And
you wanted to leave the competitive side behind and focus on different things.
Yeah, exactly. So I was doing that, and then it sort of became like, my roommate asked me one day after like a battle that it was like I almost got to the final. It was like the 70 Smoke, like prelim situation, then you try and gather points, and then the
Right.
people who have the most points get to like go face to face in the finals. And it was a small battle, but I was like, I really wanted to do it because there's also this thing that I will be asked to host when
Right.
I could also be participating in the battle. And I'm like, do I want to host or do I want to dance? Do I want
Right.
to host or do I want to dance? And most times I will still take the hosting job because first of all, I love it, and I want to do more of it, and then it's also a secured paycheck.
Yeah.
And with dancing, it's like I love it, I want to do it, but it's not a secured paycheck. So I was like, okay, I really want to do it because I've been hosting and like I've been practicing so much, so let's freaking go. I do okay. I get same points with one other person. We have to do a little one-off, like clash battle, and see which one of us then gets to go to the final. I didn't get to do it, and I was bummed out. I was like, man, I just want to battle. Like I was really like I was just going through this like, yeah, I had a nice time, but also like I'm so like I really wanted to dance, and I just remember also during the prelim 7 to Smoke, like when I was doing my rounds, a lot of the time I was in my head just thinking about my performance and like, what should I do next?
So competitive that it takes away the joy.
Yes. Yeah. And I found myself in this, and I didn't really see it because I was so deep, like, I want to dance. That my roommate then asked, like, why do you like battling so much? Yeah. And I was like,
it's a good question.
Yeah. And I could answer it. Like, I think, like, also how you said you could relate with this thing of like competitiveness, that it is fun to like, you know,
get
just
the
push.
Juices
yeah,
flowing.
You get the juices flowing. Like you've been working on something, like you want to show it. There's people around you. Like just kind of enjoy the fact that there's a moment right now being shared and witnessed by multiple people, and you get to go head to head with someone, and it is like exhilarating, and it is really fun, and I do still like that. But I genuinely was not having that much fun.
Yeah.
Like I was just in my head.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I feel like I've drifted so far from the girl who had everybody crying at the like birthday rounds.
You need to go back and tell her, little girl. Listen to me now.
Little girl. I was gonna say, I mean, I wasn't so little. What was I, 20? Little girl.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, but I know what you mean. You drift too far in the competitive direction, and it takes away the joy.
And it's funny because I could kind of see myself that this would happen. I was like I knew that I like started off as this very like emotional dancer. Like people would describe me as an emotional dancer, as if there's like different tiers of types of movers. And I mean, like that made sense to me, but I do realize, because people have always complimented my energy and my vibe so much, and like, oh, you're so emotional, like you make me feel all these things, and or like it's so beautiful the things that you share, and whenever you're in the room, like things usually feel so nice and so safe. These are all wonderful things, I'm really like, wow, my heart is touched every time somebody else's heart is touched because I said something. But it started to get annoying. I was like, but what about my skills?
Yeah.
Am I good at anything, or do you just like my vibes? And I think I got into my head about that.
Right.
And I started to get tired of every time getting feedback from people. They would just compliment my energy.
Right.
You have such great energy. You have such good energy. Every time you're in the room, you're like, oh, great energy. I'm like, so all I provide is just vibes.
Right.
But what if I want to like be good at fucking tutting?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna? What if I want to like
the shit I'm working on every fucking day? Like,
how
great.
about how's my stance?
I have a personality. Great. What about all the shit I'm putting in work?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I felt like I needed that. So I feel like I've been overcorrecting.
Yeah.
And just kind of leaning more onto like, no, but I want to be undeniable also. I don't want to just be the fun girl who you can giggle around with. No. I also want to be that cold, cool, nonchalant dancer.
Killer.
killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be a killer, guys.
The good thing though, is having the personality is something that is really hard to work on, whereas skills is something you can practice to get. And when you get older and your body is not like listening to all the shit that you've been working on and the skills go down, personality remains. So, having that is probably the most important bit.
Thank you, Yoshi.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I mean, at this point, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Actually, it's pretty nice that I have good vibes.
It is.
And I do take a lot of pride in that also, because I've also been like a mediator in many ways throughout my life. Like I also just talked about this with my friend. Like ever since I was little, I would like find myself in situations where my friends are either fighting or like there's some weird drama going on in the school, and I'm just like, guys,
you're like, let's dance.
Come on, everybody, we're all friends here. Let's just dance a little bit.
Battle it out.
Let's battle it out right here, right now. I mean, I think
that would be fun.
I mean, it's cool because I'm literally kind of living like my childhood fantasy right now, like being this battle dancer, MC on the mic. Like, it's really, I think about this often. I'm like,
good.
I think little me would find older me very cool.
Awesome.
And that's a win.
Awesome. Keep it up. Whatever you do, keep doing it, because you obviously have the creative stuff going on inside you. So just let it out. If it's writing, dancing, hosting, whatever it is, keep it up.
I'm gonna do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, it's really what?
It's really something.
It really is something.
Yeah. No. I had some trail of thought, but it disappeared, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I'm very happy that you wanted to come talk to me.
Yeah.
And brighten my day up with your vibes and skills, not just vibes. And your little dinosaur, very cute.
Oh, this is Picke.
Picke, nice.
Yeah, it's my
for the people who are just listening. There's a pet dinosaur in here, an actual dinosaur alive and DNA copied from Jurassic Park. And don't check out the video, just believe my word.
Yeah, totally. It's right here.
But yeah, she has a pet dinosaur.
I do.
That's what it is. If people want to find you, social media, whatever you do, anything like hosting, that kind of shit, where do they go?
I mean, you gotta. If you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. Ooh, mysterious like that. I mean, I guess my Instagram is Baya X. That's it. You can't find me. Don't follow me around to my home, except on Instagram if you feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put distance, but then again it's this like, okay, but also put some things in there because creative work.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm trying to balance.
There's this expression called post and ghost. You just post your shit because you have your creative person. You want to put it out there, or you want to tell people I'm gonna be at this event, and then just get out of it.
Post and ghost.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm trying to do. But you can do that. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to.
Awesome.
I do random rants and sometimes share things.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll put it in the description of the episode so people can find you.
Yay.
Thank you so much for sitting down chatting with me.
Thank you. I feel like this was we went
all over the place.
We went all over, and I really hope there is some comprehensive sentences in there.
Oh, there was a bunch of them.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a blast. Thank you very much.
Yay.
And thanks to everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whoa.